Take two, because there was a massive echo on the last one. Hello, welcome along. It is Thursday, the 16th of February in your world. If you're watching the premiere, or whatever day it is in your world. If you're not watching the premiere, in my world, it is definitely not Thursday, the 16th of February. It is a lot earlier than that in the week. I've got some family things on today, which I probably can get back in time. But unfortunately, I didn't want to take the risk, because knowing my luck, I'd end up hosting this from Norton Kane Services if I couldn't get back in time, which would be quite interesting, to be fair. But anyway, so yeah, unfortunately, it's not live this evening, but that doesn't mean it changes anything. To be fair, on a positive note, it would probably mean thanks to YouTube last week deciding to remove my stream halfway through the final round, that we might actually get to the end of it without any issues. Yeah, YouTube took it down last week. Still don't know why. Don't know whether it was a deliberate act or YouTube, for some reason, something had gone wrong. But I know it wasn't me or internet related, because I still had the Facebook stream. I still had all my internet, everything. That's how I knew what was going wrong. So yeah, thanks YouTube. Really appreciate you taking down my live stream in the middle of a quiz, while 7,000 people were watching it live. So thanks for that. But I did get it turned around within 45 minutes. I managed to end the quiz, the live stream on Facebook, managed to record an intro and etc, and got it all turned around very, very quickly. So yeah, but anyway, let's so to tonight and your quiz this evening. Obviously no shout outs this evening because it's pre-recorded. I'll be back live with you next Thursday. Just before we start, I just want to say hello to everybody who will be watching at the White Regis Social Club down there in White Regis. A lot of fun had on Saturday night. It was very, very entertaining. Great crowd. Met loads and loads of lovely people. Loads of people kept saying to me, "Will you say hello to us? Can you mention my name, etc." And you know what? I then drove 4.5 hours back. Well, 4 hours back home that night, and I'd forgotten everybody's name. But do you know what? It was lovely to meet you all. I heard so many great stories, and some lovely people in there. So yeah, lovely to meet you all, and thank you very much for the invite. And I will come back again at some point, I'm sure. We'll get it sorted at some point. Let's do it. Welcome along. It is Thursday, the 16th of February. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope everybody is well. Let's get it. From now, you won't even realise, if you're just joining us now, you won't even realise this isn't live, apart from people who are sitting there trying to get shout outs and stuff. Just a point, YouTube live chat is on. Because it's a premiere, YouTube live chat is on all the way through the quiz. I can't turn it off. It's just a quirk of YouTube premieres. But whatever you do, please do not put your answers in the comments, because you will not only get shouted at by the others who are in the YouTube live chat, we do have the potential to kick you out as well. Or Beck might be looking at it and she'll just delete your comments. So it's kind of pointless, really. Grab yourself a pen and piece of paper and play along. Let's get into it then. It is Thursday, the 16th of February. Let's do it. We start with entertainment as we always do. Round one. Here we go. Number one, Peter Sellers, Alan Arkin, Roger Moore and Steve Martin have all portrayed which character? Sure, my phone is on silent. Peter Sellers, Alan Arkin, Roger Moore and Steve Martin have all portrayed which character? I also haven't got Discord to distract me as well. Talking to some of the patrons on Saturday night about that. So they can always tell when a comment appears in Discord that they've seen as well, and you can see from my reaction when I've seen it. But I've not got that to distract me tonight. Number two, Gallifrey is a fictional home planet of the lead character in which TV show? So Gallifrey is a fictional home planet of the lead character in which TV show? Number three, who is the lead singer of the rock group T-Rex? So who was the lead singer of the rock group T-Rex? Oh. Shiver down my back then. Number four. Someone's walking over my grave. Number four, in space, no one can hear you what, according to the tagline of the movie Start again. In space, no one can hear you what, according to the tagline of the 1976 movie Alien? So in space, no one can hear you what, according to the tagline of the 1976 movie Alien? Number 5, which had more episodes? Dad's Army, Only Fools and Horses, or Fawlty Towers? So which had more episodes? Is it Dad's Army, Only Fools and Horses, or Fawlty Towers? Number 6, name the 1990 song from these lyrics. Look around, everywhere you turn is heartache. It's everywhere that you go. Very nearly put that in the tune. So, name the 1990 song. Look around, everywhere you turn is heartache. It's everywhere that you go. Chair seems quite low today. Anyway, number 7, which documentary maker was behind Fahrenheit 9/11? So, which documentary maker was behind Fahrenheit 9/11? Number 8, in the TV game show of Blockbusters, how many interlocking hexagons had letters on them in the main game? So, in the TV game show of Blockbusters, how many interlocking hexagons had letters on them in the main game? Number 9, how many Brit Awards did Harry Styles pick up at last weekend's ceremony? So, how many Brit Awards did Harry Styles pick up at last weekend's ceremony? And your final entertainment question, number 10. What was the name of the robot in the Short Circuit films? Love that guy. But what was the name of the robot in the Short Circuit films? It's going to be hard to say his name without doing it in the voice as well. But anyway, we'll attempt that. Round 2, bit of history for you this evening. 10 random questions, kicking off with this. Number 1, in which modern day country did the Battle of the Alamo take place in 1836? So, in which modern day country did the Battle of the Alamo take place in 1836? Number 2, in which year did India gain independence from the United Kingdom? Was it 1927, 1937, or 1947? Number 3, how was Richard John Bingham better known? A man who disappeared in 1974. So, how was Richard John Bingham better known? A man who disappeared in 1974. And number 4, which of the following was the code even given to the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918? Was it H1N1, R2D2, or H5N1? So which of the following was the code given to the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918? Was it H1N1, R2D2, or H5N1? Number 5, whose ships were entitled Santa Maria, Pinta, and Nina? So whose ships were entitled Santa Maria, Pinta, and Nina? Number 6, Black Bess was the horse of which highwayman? So Black Bess was the horse of which highwayman? Right, okay. So I was going to make a joke, but I then thought I just want to double check the actual meaning of the word highwayman. I'll leave it there. It was to do with the M6 toll and stuff like that, but that's what happens when I don't have Discord to distract me. My brain just goes, "Ooh." Number 7, who is this? So who is this for number 7? Number 8, what is the world's oldest currency what is the world's oldest currency that is still in use today? So what is the world's oldest currency that is still in use today? It's a forehead stick. Number 9, what was the former name of African landlocked country Eswatini? Eswatini? Yeah, we'll go with that. What was the former name of African landlocked country Eswatini? I don't think I've ever had a fringe in my life. It looked really weird. And finally, for this, number 10, what nationality was the astronomer Nostradamus? What nationality was the astronomer Nostradamus? Round 3, let's finish off with some science and nature for the first part of the quiz this evening. We'll do this. Number 1, it was recently announced that scientists are trying to bring which extinct bird back to life? So it's recently announced that scientists are trying to bring which extinct bird back to life? I'll say more about it when I give you the answers. Number 2, 8 of the world's 10 highest power producing facilities produce which kind of power? So 8 of the world's 10 highest power producing facilities produce which kind of power? And then my brain goes to Little Mix then. Who got the power? Do, 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 do. I might do that one day. I might just spend like a whole 24 hours writing down the random thoughts that come into my head. I'll frighten a few people. Number 3, Twister and Mars Attacks were among the first films to be released on which new format in 1997? So Twister and Mars Attacks were among the first films to be released in which new format in 1997? Released on which new format in 1997? Oh, actually, do you know what? Random thoughts come to me, Ed, and that's just given me a good idea for a question. If I don't write it down now, it will just be forgotten. You can find me a pen. Number 4, how many of the planets in our solar system have rings? How many of the planets in our solar system have rings? Number 5, in terms of average length, which of these would be the shortest? Is it the femur, the tibia, or the fibula? So in terms of average length, which of these would be the shortest? Is it the femur, the tibia, or the fibula? Number 6, how many atoms make up a water molecule? So how many atoms make up a water molecule? Number 7, to get the circumference of a circle, you would times the diameter by what? So to get the circumference of a circle, you would times the diameter by what? Number 8, founded in 2000, the organisation STTSP was set up to save which bird from an iconic London landmark? So founded in 2000, the organisation, spelled wrong, STTSP, was set up to save which bird from an iconic London landmark? Number 9, I've been asking this at a couple of private quizzes recently, but what is the largest gland in the human body? So what is the largest gland in the body? So I asked this at the White Regis on Saturday night. See how many of them remember it. Asked it at Mark's 60th birthday on Friday night. So it'll be very interesting to see how many of you know. They're gonna know. Nobody will know. They're gonna know. You know, I don't even go on TikTok and I still get all those things in my head. Finally, then for tonight, for round 3, number 10, 1 furlong is equivalent to how many yards? So 1 furlong is equivalent to how many yards? Oh, come back. There we go. Okay, there you have it. That is your first 30 questions for this evening. So they'll still be up on the website now. I'm doing the same as what I do on a Saturday, so you can just go on over and it will ping up there for you. So if you just follow the links for each individual rounds, that'll be up on social media now. Right, going to take a short break. We'll be back with you in about 7 minutes with some answers. Yeah, so if I got the right one, it's that one there. I will see you in 7. Answers coming up shortly then for you to see how you did with the first 30 questions. I need to get my hair cut. So I've been having this long running battle for about sort of 6 years about whether I'm going to go grey first or whether I'm going to go bald first to follow sort of family. And it looks like bald's going to win the race, because as much as it looks like I've got a full body of hair, the sooner I get my hair cut, there's going to be not a lot left. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get it done this week. So you may have a very different look to me on next Thursday's quiz, because Saturday's one's already pre-recorded as well. So that would have been really confusing. That'd have been quite amusing, actually, if I'd have pre-recorded Saturday's quiz, then got a haircut, pre-recorded tonight's quiz, and then if you watch him in order, you'd be like, how's he managed to do that? Anyway. Didn't think that far ahead, but now I need to get it done. Maybe it's all right. See? Anyway, that's another issue. Right, pens down, answers ready. Swap your answer sheets with whoever you're with. Let's do it. Push that button there, push that button there, and here we go. Right, here's the answers to the first part of the quiz, starting with this. Number 1, Peter Sellers, Alan Arkin, Roger Moore, and Steve Martin have all portrayed which character? It's Inspector Clouseau. Number 2, Gallifrey is a fictional home planet of which the lead character in which TV show? It's Doctor Who. Number 3, who is the lead singer of the rock group T-Rex? It's Mark Bolan. Number 4, in space, no one can hear you what? According to the tagline of the 1976 movie Alien, it is Scream. Number 5, which had more episodes? Dad's Army, Only Fools and Horses, and 40 Towers. It's Dad's Army. I've got them here. Where are we? Come back. So Dad's Army had 80 episodes in total. Only Fools and Horses had 64. And I think most people know that 40 Towers at the moment only had 12. Number 6, name the 1990 song. Look around. Everywhere you turn is heartache. It's everywhere that you go. It is Vogue. Strike a pose. Marlon Brando. Too far. Come back. Number 7, which documentary maker was behind Fahrenheit 9/11? It was Michael Moore. I got really confused because I thought he was also behind Super Size Me. But I think it's Morgan Spurlock. But I thought it was Michael Moore. That was how I'd originally written the question. Who was behind Fahrenheit 9/11 and Super Size Me? So I do check occasionally. Number 8, in the TV game show of Blockbusters, how many interlocking hexagons had letters on them in the main game? It's 20. 5 going across if you were in the doubles, or 4 going up if you were in the singles. Number 9, how many Brit Awards did Harry Styles pick up at last weekend's ceremony? He got 4. And number 10, what was the name of the robot in the Short Circuit films? It was Number 5 or Johnny 5. Johnny 5's alive. History, number 1, in which modern day country did the Battle of the Alamo take place in 1836? It's USA. Number 2, in which year did India gain independence from the UK? 1947. Number 3, how was Richard John Bingham better known? A man who disappeared in 1974. It's Lord Lucan. Number 4, which of the following is the code given to the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918? It's H1N1. I was so tempted when I put R2D2 in. I was so tempted to put C3PO in because not everyone knows Star Wars, but then I thought it would just be a bit silly. Number 5, whose ships were entitled Santa Maria, Pinta and Nina? It is Christopher Columbus. Sorry, something's just come up on my computer. I'm doing my thing. Number 6, Black Bess was the horse of which highwayman? It's Dick Turpin. Number 7, who is this? That is Betty Boothroyd. Number 8, what is the world's oldest currency that is still in use today? It's pound sterling. Number 9, what was the former name of African landlocked country Eswatini? It is Swaziland. And number 10, what nationality was the astronomer Nostradamus? French. Round 3, Science and Nature. Number 1, it was recently announced that scientists are trying to bring which extinct bird back to life? It is the dodo. Number 3, Twister and Mars Attacks were among the first films to be released on which new format in 1997? It was DVD. Number 4, how many of the planets in our solar system have rings? There are 4. So again, that came out of a question where I was watching a documentary on what would the Earth look like if we had a ring. To be honest, it looks really beautiful. Number 5, in terms of average length, which of these would be the shortest? It is the fibula. Number 6, how many atoms make up a water molecule? There are 3, H2O. So 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom make up a water molecule, which makes 3. Number 7, to get the circumference of a circle, you would times the diameter by what? It is pi. Number 8, founded in 2000, the organisation STTSP was set up to save which bird from an iconic landmark? It was the pigeons. So it stands for Save the Trafalgar Square Pigeons. No, that's gone the wrong way. Try again. There we go. Number 9, what is the largest gland in the body? It's the liver. Cue everyone throwing pens across the room if you didn't know, and now jumping onto Google to make sure I am right. I am. I've checked this many times. But yeah, it's the liver. And finally, number 10, 1 furlong is equivalent to how many yards? It is 220. Why is it not working? There we go. Right, top your scores up. Let us know how you're getting on so far. 30 points available for you. Yeah, let us know how you're doing. Sorry, I've no Discord to distract me, but in the middle of that, because I had something open on my screen because I was setting up the brakes and what have you, I got a ping from a tweet from Funko saying that there's new Avengers Funko Captain America Civil War connectable ones, which I've somehow missed, and then there's also 60th anniversary of Marvel ones that are coming out. I'm assuming that's because the anniversary is up very, very soon. Got distracted. Sorry, my bad. I'm back in the room. Right, that one there. Okay, yeah, so how you get on? Right, still to come, connections round and general knowledge to finish off the quiz this evening. See, what I normally do at this point is I wait to see scores coming through, because then I know that I've left enough time for you to tot your scores up, give your sheets back if you're playing against people and what have you. You know, especially like White Regis Social Club. I didn't realise how big it was in there. I thought it was like, you know, one sort of room and then maybe a games room. So yeah, if you're playing against each other in there tonight, you know, now I know how big it is. You know. So I always leave a bit of time. So I'm going to hope I've left enough time, and we'll get straight into it. Connections round then, as always, 9 questions. Question number 10: what links all of these answers together? Let's do it with this. Number 1. Someone playing a role is said to be a what in sheep's clothing? So someone playing a role is said to be a what in sheep's clothing? Number 2, what name is given to the low green plant with narrow leaves, growing naturally over much of the Earth's surface? So what name is given to the low green plant with narrow leaves, growing naturally over much of the Earth's surface? Number 3, which 3-letter word can you add to Chester to turn it into a larger city? So which 3-letter word can you add to Chester to turn it into a larger city? I feel sorry for Beck's other half tonight, because normally obviously she messages me and goes, you know, she's tearing her hair out trying to work out what the connection is. But tonight, obviously, I'm probably may still be driving, might be home, don't know at this point that I'm recording, but she's going to be sat there, and her poor other half is going to just be, you know, sort of on the brunt of her screaming answers and not knowing. Yeah. Sorry, Damon. Number 4, the name of which crustacean goes in can go in front of cake, stick, and apple. So the name of which crustacean can go in front of cake, stick, and apple? Number 5, which 3-letter word describes a spherical object or shape? So which 3-letter word describes a spherical object or shape? Number 6, which fragrance celebrated the 18th birthday of one of its products by declaring the can becomes a man? So which fragrance company celebrated the 18th birthday of one of its products by declaring the can becomes a man? I mean, some of this company's marketing is genius, and some of it is probably not allowed in today's modern society, but this one was quite good. Number 7, someone who is equipped with or carrying firearms is said to be what, beginning with A? Someone who is equipped with or carrying firearms is said to be what, beginning with A? Number 8, in bingo, players are aiming to complete. Start again. In bingo, players are aiming to complete the game by getting a full what? So in bingo, players are aiming to complete the game by getting a full what? Number 9, a woman who has lost her spouse by death and not remarried again is known as a what? So a woman who has lost her spouse by death and not remarried again is known as a what? And your final question for connection, as always, what links them all together? So what links those 9 answers together? I don't mean either word then. Not been doing this for a while, have we? What links them all together for number 10? It's not like I've been doing a connections round for the last nearly 2 years on this bit. Right, let's wrap this up then with general knowledge as always. Thanks to the news in the last sort of 7 days, this is just a lot of this has helped write itself. But here we go. Start with this. Number 1, the Coca-Cola Group announced this week the Coca-Cola Group announced this week that which drink is to be rebranded Fanta Grapefruit and Pineapple after 50 years. never drank the stuff, so it really doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. But I know there's a lot of people unhappy. But the Coca-Cola Group announced this week that which drink is to be rebranded Fanta, Grapefruit, and Pineapple after 50 years. Number 2, how wide was the radioactive capsule recently found after 2 weeks lost in the Australian outback? Was it 8 millimeters? Was it 8 centimeters? Or was it 8 meters? So how wide was the radioactive capsule recently found after 2 weeks lost in the Australian outback? Was it 8 millimeters, 8 centimeters, or 8 meters? Number 3, after shooting down 3 unidentified objects recently, which nation has had to quell panic after a briefing refused to deny they were of alien origin? I'll talk about this when I give you the answer because I don't want to give away too many clues. But after shooting down 3 unidentified objects recently, which nation has had to quell panic after a briefing refused to deny they were of alien origin? It's just the funniest press briefing I've seen for a while, but... And number 4, what side of the road would you drive if you were in Malta? So on what side of the road would you drive if you were in Malta? Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. So this is my own fault because I was about to make a joke on question number 5 saying, let's see if we can get through this, and then PowerPoint does that. But anyway, number 5, what colour is the entertainment category in the original Trivial Pursuit? So what colour is the entertainment category in the original Trivial Pursuit? Number 6, the term canonization means to make a deceased person into what? So the term canonization means to make a deceased person into what? Number 7, on a standard 88 key piano, how many keys represent the C note? La. Not even sure if that's C. But on a standard 88 key piano, how many keys represent the C note? No idea. Not even sure if there's C. Ah, I see. Yeah, I've got a joke. Number 8, an angle that falls between 180 degrees and 360 degrees is called what? So an angle that falls between 180 and 360 degrees is called what? Number 9, how many dice are used in a game of Yahtzee? So how many dice are used in a game of Yahtzee? And finally, question 10. The Riksdag is the name of which country's legislature and supreme decision-making body? Apologies, people from this country, if I pronounce this wrong. But the Riksdag is the name of which country's legislature and supreme decision-making body? I do get the feeling I may have pronounced that wrong. So apologies. But that is it. That's all of your questions for this evening. Another short break. Questions are up on the website now if you want to have a review of them. So if you go to Twitter and wherever else Bex put the link, just click on the individual links for the pages. I will be back in just under 7. No, that one. I'll be back in just under 7 minutes with some answers and see how you did tonight. Be back shortly. Answers then coming up in just a couple of short moments for you. See how you did tonight. I know there's going to be a lot of you who are thinking I have deliberately made it harder tonight after the success. So many people got 50 out of 50 on Saturday night's quiz. I was going through the comments when I got back from Weymouth at like sort of sleep deprived state at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I was going through and how many of you got 50? It wasn't deliberately easy because so basically when I went to Weymouth, we watched my quiz go out and I was heckling myself. It was quite funny. I can do that. I'm allowed. But yeah, so I was heckling myself. So they sat and watched and played the first quiz that went out on Saturday night, and then I did an in-person one for them afterwards. But yeah, the amount of people who got 50 out of 50 was just bonkers. So well done to you if you did. I don't think many will get it tonight. But then again, I didn't think Saturday night's quiz was relatively easy. But there you go. Anyway, right. Get your answer sheets together. Let's see how you did with tonight's quiz and how many of you did actually score. Can't believe it's Pancake Day next week. Pancake Day is next Tuesday. I mean, that really crept up on me really quickly. I need a tumbleweed to go across the screen when I make a really bad joke. Let's do it. Right, connections round, as always, nine questions. Questions number 10, what link them all together? I'm going to find that. I'm going to find a tumbleweed that I can push the button and it comes across. Anyway, let's see how you did. Connections number 1. Someone playing a role is said to be a wolf in sheep's clothing. I amuse myself. Number 2, what name is given to the low green plant with narrow leaves growing naturally over much of the Earth's surface? It is grass. Number 3, which 3-letter word can you add to Chester to turn it into a larger city? Man, as in Manchester. Number 4, the name of which crustacean can go in front of cake, stick and apple? It is crab. Number 5, which 3-letter word describes a spherical object or shape? It is orb. Number 6, which fragrance company celebrated the 18th birthday of one of its products by declaring the can becomes a man? It was Lynx. So the 18th birthday of Lynx Africa, which is their most probably recognisable product, they celebrated it by saying the can becomes a man. Well, it's quite clever, to be fair. Number 7, someone who is equipped with or carrying firearms is said to be what? Beginning with A, it is armed. Number 8, in bingo, players are aiming to complete the game by getting a full house. Number 9, a woman who has lost her spouse by death and not remarried again is known as a widow. And if you put all those together and try and work out the link, you should have spiders. In case you're wondering what man was in there for, Spider-Man. I was going to put pig in, but then you'd really have to have watched the Simpsons movie to have got that as well, so I took it out. Right, let's finish off. General knowledge number 1. The Coca-Cola Group announced this week that which drink is to be rebranded Fanta, Grapefruit and Pineapple after 50 years. It is Lilt. I didn't even think Lilt was still going, to be honest. You don't really see it that often in supermarkets. So for me, I mean, I'd never drank it, so it wasn't really a major thing for me, but people are up in arms about it. Too far. Number 2, how wide was the radioactive capsule recently found after 2 weeks lost in the Australian outback? 8 millimeters. Now, stupidity for losing it in the first place. Apparently, it's like one of those things fell off the back of the wagon. Can you imagine someone picking it up and trying to sell it in a pub? Where'd you get it? Oh, it fell off the back of a lorry. But fair play to them for the fact that they've got the technology to go and find this thing that's 8 millimeters. I mean, what's that? It's like that in it. So, fair play to them finding that. On to other crazy things. Number 3, after shooting down 3 unidentified objects recently, which nation has had to quell panic after a briefing refused to deny they were of alien origin? It was the USA. That press briefing, when they first sort of announced that it was just, journalists. Are they alien? And the guy just refused to deny it. America goes into mass meltdown because they think they've been shooting aliens down. And then Canada got involved. They wanted to shoot one down as well, which I thought was quite amusing. Next door neighbours are having pop shots at things in the sky. But as I record this, still no details as to what it was they actually shot down, which is a big concern. Too far. Number 4, what side of the road would you drive on if you were in Malta? It's left. Number 5, what colour is the entertainment category in the original Trivial Pursuit? It is pink. Number 6, the term canonization means to make a deceased person into a saint. Number 7, on a standard 88-key piano, how many keys represent the C note? It is 8. So So there are 8 different C notes of varying scales. And number 8, an angle that falls between 180 and 360 degrees is called reflex. Number 9, how many dice are used in a game of Yahtzee? It's 5. And number 10, the Riksdag is the name of which country's legislature and supreme decision-making body? It is Sweden. So, tot your scores up. How have you done? 50 points available this evening. So how did you do? If you are in a situation where you're playing against people or you want to do this for fun, here is your tiebreaker question. The 2 closest European capital cities are Bratislava and Vienna. But what is the distance between them in miles? The 2 closest European capital cities are Bratislava and Vienna. But what is the distance between them in miles? I was trying to make something balanced. Right, your answer then in 3. Remember, nearest to this gets the point. 3, 2, 1, and it is 34. 34 miles between the 2 closest European capital cities, Bratislava and Vienna. So there you have it. That is all of your questions for this evening. How have you done tonight? Do share your scores, because like I say, when I got back on Saturday night from Weymouth, I did go through the post. I got back about 4:30 and not being able to sleep. I just sat there just scrolling through social media posts just to see how everyone had got on. So do let me know your scores and how you did this evening. Quiz again on Saturday, usual time, usual format. If you're playing on the Premier, so that will be there. And normal service resumed next week with a live quiz. Now I say this, but the normal service will be resumed, providing I get back from London. I'm leaving London early enough that there shouldn't be a problem. So I'm doing a corporate quiz on Wednesday, and then I'm in the Radio 2 studios on Thursday morning with Zoe and the team. So it's the first time I've seen them this year, basically. It's probably the first time I've seen them for about 6 months. So I'm in the studios with them. So that's sort of like 8:30. By the time I get back to my car, which will be parked sort of Paddington direction, it'll be about 9:30. So it gives me plenty of time to get back. Touch wood, everything will be ready to go. So yeah, I should be all being well back live with you next week, next Thursday night. However, if it comes live from Norton Kane Services, so be it. That is it from me. Thanks for joining us tonight. I will see you all soon. At least we got to the end of this one. If you haven't got this far, it's not my fault. It is actually yours this time. It would be something that's gone wrong on your end, because it's all pre-recorded. So, but that's it from me. I will see you all soon. Let me know how you did, and I will see you Saturday if you're playing, or if not, next Thursday. As always, for me, take care. Stay safe.